everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and today I'm redoing a video I tried to do a little while ago, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't in the right headspace. It just wasn't the right time. So I waited a couple hours, I ate, had a little caffeine, and we're back. So today I wanted to do a little full face of makeup that I really like that is $10 and under. This is gonna be a mixture of like new stuff and old stuff. I didn't look up the prices of any of this stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's all under $10. There was one item I did look up because I was worried and so I switched it out. But first thing, let's put on some eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Morphe eye primer. This isn't a drugstore brand, but it is a $10 eye primer and it's my favorite. It's my favorite eye primer I've ever tried. I've been buying it for a long time now. And it's just the best. And I got way too much right there. You don't need a lot with eye primer. Actually, less is best with primer. I don't know if you can hear that music. My boyfriend's outside cleaning up the yard and I could hear some music playing. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry for just a sec. It's not wet or anything, but I like to let it sink in just for a minute before I put the eyeshadow on. I'm also not gonna put on a face primer, but if I was, it would be this one. The e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I just really love this. It's exactly $10. I used up a whole one of these already and I repurchased it right away. It's just the best thing ever. I was having such an issue with makeup sitting on my skin funny and peeling and gathering, and I realized it's because my makeup was sitting on top of my sunscreen, not on top of a primer. So once I threw this in, no issues anymore with makeup peeling on my skin. I absolutely love this stuff. I'm not gonna put any on today though because the foundation-y thing I wanna use looks really, really good directly onto your skin with your skincare, on top of your sunscreen or whatever. I like it like that anyway, so I'm not gonna put anything on my face. But we are gonna start with eyes because I'm just worried about a little fallout. So this is the Rimmel Magnif'eyes palette, the Spice Edition. I was very inspired by my Shop My Stash video earlier this month. I put up a video using one of these palettes. It was the Reloaded one. And although I didn't love the palette, I'm still using it and stuff this month, but I'm not obsessed with that one. But it made me remember this one. And this one has like a naked, Urban Decay Naked Heat vibe going to it. Very, very pretty. So I kind of want to do something. I did already do eyeshadow earlier, but like I said, I wasn't feeling it, you know? Like I couldn't even lift up my arms to like put the eyeshadow on my face. It was a whole thing. Just wasn't in the headspace, you know? Anyway, I'm feeling good now, so we're gonna soldier on. I haven't used this palette in a very long time. A very long time. I almost want to say, have I even used this in this house? I can see swatches on all of these pans, and I feel like during a drugstore month video, I swatched all of these. Was it in this house? Was it last year? I don't even know. But I did swatch this whole thing, but as far as actually using it, it's been a while. Every time I say that, I think about Scary Movie. I don't know if you guys know what scene I'm talking about. I'm not going to describe it because it is not family friendly. But every time I say it's been a while, I want to say it like Anna Faris in that movie. It's been a while. Anyway, what am I talking about? As usual, what am I talking about? I just put on this one right here. Just blended it kind of all over the lid. And let's go for... There isn't really anything too deep in the palette. There's like a darker red here and like a purple. I wish there was something a little bit darker, but we'll just kind of see what happens. Right before I came in here to film this video the first time, I was trying to think of the products and I couldn't really find anything because my mind was immediately going to the stuff I use all the time, like the Wet n Wild blush lighters, and I was like, I don't want to talk about those again. I want to feature some different stuff. But instead of just opening the drawers and seeing what I have and seeing things I haven't used in a while, or, you know, different things like that, I turned to my boyfriend and I said, I don't have enough stuff. And he looked at me with this face of like his head was gonna screw off. You know, like Stewie, when he turns his head all crazy. And he turned to me and said, what do you mean you don't have enough stuff? And I stomped my foot all dramatic and I was like, I don't have enough drugstore highlighters to mention. And I don't remember what he said after that because that's all I was focused on. I have plenty. I was just joking, but it was pretty funny. I can hear power tools out there. Let me close this window. It's open just a little bit, but I feel like it might help. Did it help? I don't know. I can still hear it, but hopefully you cannot. All right. I feel like this is definitely going to need some black liner. I wanted to wear blue mascara today. The Maybelline Sky High, the blue one, but that's not going to work with this. I already know. Let's do, I do wish there was something a little brighter, like a little bit of a brighter shimmer for the lid, because I feel like this is the one I want to wear. I just gravitate towards it, and I feel like it's going to blend in a little too much with what I have on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be just a little too red. Let's go with this one. This palette still feels really, really good. Really smooth. The shimmers feel, they don't feel dry at all. And I've had this for a long time. I'm pretty sure I had this at the apartment, so I feel like I've had this. I feel like I've had it forever, but it's probably been like 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna try this dark one, like the darkest one in the palette, just a little out here, see if it does anything. Not much. This is also reminding me of an old Wet n Wild palette. They had like this Zodiac collection for a long time. And there's one palette there, I think it's the Fire one, that I loved so much. This reminds me of that. I don't know, just like the tones and stuff. I have been to Walmart more times in the last 5 days than I have been like all of last year. And I forgot to buy my cellar water. Every single time I went, I'm like, oh, I need my cellar water. And I haven't bought it. And now I'm pretty sure I've run out. I feel like this side here, you know, I'm gonna fix it afterwards. I'm not gonna clean it with the micellar water because that's what I did earlier today. And it looked like garbage. It like made this line up here that I did not like at all. Okay, let's put something on the lips. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is the clear one called Crystal Clear. I really like this. I really do a lot. How do they make it so smooth? How do they make it so smooth? Oh my goodness. I've mentioned this before, but this like applicator, it just, you don't want to stop. You just want to like go over your whole face. It's so soft and smooth. I really, really like it. Okay, our complexion thing. I pulled out the new Wet n Wild Bare Focus Niacinamide Skin Tint. I absolutely love this stuff. It's just great. I did a whole review on this, I don't know, probably a few videos ago. And I really, really like this a lot. It's really thin. It's $7.99. $7.99. So far, I feel like it's only at Walgreens. Even when you Google it, at least as far as this recording goes, even when I would Google it, it would only show up on Walgreens. It wasn't on Wet n Wild's website. It's not Ulta, Amazon, like anywhere else stuff is sold. It's not anywhere else to be found. So I don't know if it's an exclusive thing, but that's where I found it. And I'm absolutely loving it. It's so thin on the skin. I'll link down below the review video if you want to see it. I talk a little bit more about the formula, the wear time, and all that stuff. I apply it again in that video. And in that video, I also built it up. I'm just gonna do the 1 layer today, but in my review, I added 2 layers, and you know what? I loved it. I loved it. I had never built it up before like that. And another layer goes on super well on top of itself. Like it layers beautifully, it builds up beautifully, and it wears all day. I really, really like this. I think Wet n Wild did a very Very, very good job with this. And then of course, Wet n Wild, I gotta pull out the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. I don't really have a lot of drugstore concealers right now. Like this is what I was saying when I'm stomping my foot. I don't have enough stuff. Like I don't have enough options. I have plenty of options. I'm not hurting for choice at all. But for some reason when I wanted to do this video, I thought, I don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff. I need more new things. I need more stuff to talk about. And then of course, obviously I came to my senses and I was like, no, I don't. I am just gonna use this under the eyes too, because why not? But that was one thing that I was thinking about as I was feeling like I didn't have enough when I was trying to pick out stuff for this video. I felt like I didn't have enough new stuff. I didn't have enough stuff that I don't talk about all the time. And look how fast this blends. It's freakishly fast. And one thing I did realize last year is like most of my collection and the makeup I have and the makeup I love to use and what I wear all the time, it's stuff I've had for a long time and it's older stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I be shopping. Women be shopping. And I love buying stuff. I buy new stuff. The Kulfi concealer is one of my favorites and it's a newer product. But I feel like I have so much stuff, but it's like older. But I like that too. I like that I still use the old stuff that I have and still get use out of it, you know? As well as buying new stuff, you know? I'm still a consumer at heart. I don't know if I love this under the eyes. I don't know, it's not, I don't know. Just don't love it. Unless I'm just tired today and I just look like that. I don't know if it's the concealer I'm not liking under the eyes or if it's just, that's just the way my under eyes look now. And like, what am I gonna do about it? I can't do anything about it. But I do think I put on too much under the eyes, but it still looks okay. It still looks all right. I'm not gonna put on any powder because I don't really feel like, where did I put it? I don't really feel like this needs powder. After a couple of minutes, ooh, like right now, it feels good. I'm not gonna touch it too crazy, but it's not tacky to the touch, like it doesn't feel wet, and I will feel comfortable putting bronzer directly on top of this just after a couple of minutes because it dries so nicely. I feel so much better than I did earlier. Ugh, how nice. Okay, I'm gonna use a bronzer, and I originally picked out the Flower Heat Wave bronzer, but it was over $10. And the only other one I had was this. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I did have another bronzer from Hard Candy, but they don't make it anymore. So I'm gonna show you one that I love. Obviously, I love this. The lid has broken off. I've hit giant pan in here, and I'm gonna take another one of my favorite things is the Wet n Wild powder brush. And you know what I did the other day? I went to Wet n Wild. I went to Walmart and I bought the powder brush to make sure that it's the same brush because I never know what to say that this brush is when I use it, and I love it so much. I want to tell you what brush it is. So I went and bought this one so I can open it and wash it and see if it is this for sure. I also bought a few other things that I will show you, of course. But I love this bronzer. Every time I use it, I gotta tell you the story of how I had bought some stuff. I want to say it was for a drugstore month video. I wanted to try some more from Essence, and I went to CVS, I bought some stuff, and I didn't really love it. I didn't really love pretty much anything that I had bought, and this was included in there. I threw it in a box that I keep. I still have one here too. A little box I keep for declutter. That way I could just throw it in there right away, not have it floating around in my collection. And I didn't love the bronzer, put it away, threw it in the declutter. And then, I don't know, a little while later, I wanted to use the Essence stuff again, just to double check to see if I liked it at all. And I couldn't find this bronzer anywhere. And I'm like, I know I bought that. Couldn't find the bronzer, and I realized it was in the declutter bin. So I pulled it out, used it, and then fell in love with it immediately. I was like, am I crazy? Why would I not love this? It's such a good tone for my skin tone. It's really light, it's easy to use. You get this big old pen, you get the satisfaction of swirling your brush in it. No powder ever kicks up, it's not flying anywhere, and you really can't overdo it. It has such a pretty baby satin finish to it. Like they call it a matte bronzer, but it has a hint of a satin finish to it. It is so good. I use it all the time, and this is one that I always have to put away so I could use other things because I just love it so much. Let's put on some blush. I decided to pull out a new product. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Lip and Cheek color in the shade Rosy Romance. I really like this a lot. I did try out 2 shades from this blush line, and the other one, it just does not blend for me. It doesn't blend. It has a lot of sparkle in it, but this one just blends like an absolute dream. Did you see how fast that was? Look how fast that blended. Look at that nice, barely there kind of flush. You know, as much as I appreciate a nicely pigmented blush where you could get a lot of mileage out of it, I like something like this too that is very, very light, very easy to use. You can build it up if you want. And you don't have to be afraid of it, you know? You don't have to do just one tiny dot and then it's like, oh crap, what have I gotten myself into with this blush? You can kind of build it up, you can have a little fun with it, and you get that satisfaction of, you know, getting to put on a liquid blush without it being the focus on your face. Nothing wrong with that. I love a blush focused look. But I really like this. I mean, look how nice and light that is. It's very, very subtle. I really like it though. I do have a review on these coming this month, but I really, really, really like the shade. It's just so subtle and nice, and it goes with everything. Love it. Okay, so for highlighter, I know I was stomping my foot earlier saying I don't have enough options for drugstore highlighters that are under $10, but I pulled out this little gem from the Dollar Tree. This is from Ioni. It's okay, on the back it says Face Highlight Brighten and Bronze Glow Up. So they kind of just put everything on there, but this is what it looks like. In the packaging, it's open like this with like a box around it. This is the color. It is white and pearly and so bright. So I'm gonna do a little one of these here and let's put it on. Look at that. It's so pearly white. It's very rare for me to find a super white pearly highlighter that doesn't have that gray undertone to it. And I can't believe I found it at the Dollar Tree. Like, this is so good. I always see Emily Noel put highlighter right here, and I always want to and I always forget, but I don't know. Let's just put it on. Why not? What else am I doing today? I love it. This is so pretty. That's it. Gonna use it for the rest of the year. What else are we missing? Freaking eyebrows, that's what we're missing. I feel like I need a little bit of brightness on the inner corner. I'm gonna use this white that's right here. It looks like it's matte, but it looks a little satin too. I just feel like I need a little something. I was gonna use the highlighter, but I already know that highlighter is not the best for picking up on this tiny little brush because I've tried it before. Just a little something. Yeah, I mean, it made a little difference to me. Let's do a little on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go light on the lower lash line and just use a couple of these like lighter shades here. I want a little more of that white here on the lower part. Perfect. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Ooh, this is a nice little frosty white shade. It doesn't look that frosty in the pan. It looks like it has a little bit of a, like a satin finish, but it looks frosty. Ooh. Went a little overboard on this side. Let's just tone it down just a tad. Okay, brows. Well, I have no idea where the brow pencil is at that I always use. The Rimmel Kind and Free Brow Definer. That's the one I'm gonna mention. I'm sure it's like $7 or $8. So I'm just gonna use powder, my It Cosmetics powder, and then we will be right back. But I'm gonna throw on some of this liner. I'm gonna use the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Swerve. It's just their, I was gonna swatch it. I don't need to. It's just their super black gel liner. So I'm going to throw on the Brows Kind and Free Brow Pencil from Rimmel, as well as the I would mention the NYX Brow Glue. I feel like this has got to be like $10 and under. I'm not sure though. I threw this in my empties though because this one is, it's out. I can't get anything else out of it and the hold is not there anymore, but I have been using this for a while. So this is what I would mention for brows, but I'm going to use something else. I'll fill them in and BRB. I'm going to use the other brow gel that I had been using. It's from Soap & Glory, the Archery Brow Lamination Wax. I really like this one a lot. It comes out white and it's gonna look white, but it doesn't dry white. It has tons of hold, but not in a super hard way. Like you can't feel the brows on your face or anything. And it doesn't feel waxy. Although they say it's a brow lamination wax, this does not have a waxy feel whatsoever. And if it is waxy, it's really, really light. I really like it. I like the way it holds the brows, it pushes them in place, and it does stay all day without any of that hard hold. I like this. I think I'm just going to continue using this and hold off on the NYX one for now because I have this, might as well use it, right? I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Although the skin tint from Wet n Wild has such a pretty finish to it, like it looks shiny, but it doesn't look overly shiny. It kind of just looks healthy. You know that healthy glow you get from when you just put your skincare on? I really like the way this looks, so I want to kind of amp it up a little bit, and I'm going to use the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I haven't used this in a while, so hopefully the sprayer is good. But I do know I like it. Ugh, I can't even tell where it's spraying, to be honest. What the heck? I'm spraying it directly at my face, and I feel it like up here. Okay. All right, it added just a little bit extra glow, nothing crazy. I gotta get back into this. So for mascara, I don't have one that is under $10 that I really wanna use right now. So I'm just gonna use my current obsession, the Maybelline Sky High Burgundy. I can't put this down, I don't want to. It goes with everything and it just like amps up every single look. So although I feel like this mascara might be $10 depending on where you buy it, you know how Amazon, Walmart, different places have different prices. For example, when I was looking up the price of this palette, the prices were all over the place. Like I was just looking at them generally from a Google search, and Amazon had one for $1.27 or something. So the prices are gonna be all over the place. If this is under $10, it's amazing. It's so freaking pretty. There's something so special about this burgundy shade. I just love it. I don't want to stop using it. I think it's so pretty. I mean, look how nice it looks against that red eye. It's subtle. You can tell it's not black. You can tell it's not brown. It's not in your face like purple mascara. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but man, this color, can't get enough of it. It's so pretty. So that is it. That is my full face of products, $10 and under that I really like. Obviously, I'm not saying go out and buy all these things. That way you could recreate this look, because that would cost like $100. But if you're looking for a really nice, fun, warm palette, this is a good one for under 10 bucks. If you want a good skin tint, this, I cannot believe is under $10. It's so lovely. Just some recommendations, I guess, for products that are $10 and under. I want to put on some more lip oil though before we go. Okay, glossed up. But that is it. Let me know, or let us know in the comments some of your favorite makeup products, $10 and under. I would love to know what they are. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.